Guys, how are we all doing? How did that full moon treat us? Been feeling a bit strange ever since, shall we say? Anyway, it is now the 21st of October, so time for your Monday cards. Now, I've gone back to Sonia Choquette's Trust Your Vibes today, but I also have Diana Cooper's Atlantis cards. Not quite sure how they're going to pan out. We shall see what needs to happen when the cards tell us what's going on. So we're going to do the general reading from the Vibes deck, and then we will do possibly a card, I'm not sure, from Diana Cooper's deck. The Atlantis cards are very, very different when it comes to card reading, so I will explain those in a minute. It's been a weird collective energy. It's almost like something has kind of gone boom, but in the background, like we're not quite aware of what's happened, but the shockwaves will rip out. I think there is a lot that's sort of going on at the moment that we haven't been party to, as it were. You know, there's a lot going on in the background, a lot going on that we need to just trust the universe for, really. I think it's one of you that's shouting out. Yes, right, okay. So let's see what we're vibing with this week. So clear the past. Right, chains. It's the chains here that are jumping out. I mean, there's lots of details on these cards. There always is with Sonia Choquette's cards, but these are saying you are chained to your past, you are being held back, and it's one of those kind of, you're letting yourself do it, you are letting yourself live in the past, you are letting the past influence your present, and because you're not letting it go, you're not being able to walk away, so you can't clear the emotions that are with it. We had this last week, didn't we, about clearing the emotions, about cutting the cords, and it's something that we haven't managed to do successfully. This is why we've got the clear the past card. It's something that we're hanging on to, that actually it's chaining us down, it's stopping us moving forward, it's stopping us being where we need to be. And while we may think we've done the work, we actually haven't, not on an emotional level. So yeah, we may have physically like blocked their number or whatever, or blocked them on social media or something like that, and just generally have no contact with them if we see them in the street. But there is something emotional that is still connecting you, and this is what needs to be broken. Okay, I'm not saying that, you know, you need to hate anybody, because that's not going to help anything. You need to love yourself more than any negative feelings that you could have for anybody else, and that is how you're going to start to chip away at these chains. It's not an overnight process. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick. It's going to take work. It's going to take dedication, and most of all, you need to dedicate the time to yourself. Okay, so aura cleanse kind of goes in with it, really. A lot of blue in this one, so what is it that you aren't expressing that you need? Your aura is, as I'm sure you know, your energetic field that surrounds you, and we have different bodies of aura as well as we have different bodies within us. So which aura is it that you need cleaning? Given what has been said from this one, I would suggest that there are things that have been unsaid that you need to say, or things that have been said that need to be clarified. Not, you don't need an apology, you need clarification. That is totally different. Apology isn't going to cut it, because it's just one of those things, you know, unless they can change the behavior, which they're not going to do. You need clarification on what actually happened, and that is a totally different kettle of fish. And I think that the way that we're looking at that now is that in order to cut the chains and to actually get them out of our aura, that's a whole other kettle of fish. This is, you need a spiritual connection with somebody here who can aid you with this, who can teach you how to do it for yourself, who can do it for you, probably a charge for those services, let's face it, because these things, the learning doesn't come cheap. But it is vital that these things get sorted out, and the sooner the better, because when Halloween's next week, you know, there's no better time to be doing this sort of thing. So the third card is call on your joy guides. So you aren't enjoying yourself. You think you are, but you're not. You're lying to yourself here. You think, yes, I'm out, I'm having a good time, blah, 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 blah. Inside, actually, you're really not. And it's because of these. Okay, so because you haven't cleared the past, because you haven't got rid of them from your aura, because if it's somebody, especially if you've been in a relationship with them, for example, or they are family, they will always be in your aura to some extent. Their energy will inflict with your energy, and it's just one of those things. You need to be able to clear their energy out of your past, out of your aura, and actually be able to enjoy yourself. It's, yeah, you can fool, you know, your family, you can fool your friends, but you can't fool yourself, and you can't fool your guides. And your guides are saying, right, come on, we know that you're not happy here. We know that you aren't experiencing the full level of joy that you could be experiencing. Yes, there may be some, you know, satisfaction in eating the chocolate bar or drinking the wine, but it's not you, and it's not actually making you happy. It's all just temporary, and temporary fixes, they don't work, they don't hold. So we need to work on everything that is going on in here. And we've gone from sort of orangey red at the bottom there to purple here. So purple and sort of lilac-y whitey colour. So we are kind of encompassing the whole of the body here. So we've got the base chakra up to the third eye, and the crown chakras here through the throat chakra. So it is all about finding that balance and finding that joy, finding your expression. And it's probably not what it was before. You will find that, you know, the things that used to make you go on in the past aren't necessarily what is making you smile or making you happy now. And that is purely because you are not the same person now that you were 10 minutes ago, or an hour ago, or a year ago, or 10 years ago. You grow every single day. You grow every single minute of every single day. Okay, and the more that we can bring mindfulness into this, the more that we can literally live in the now, not in the then, that is going to help us immensely. And it's a hard mindset to cultivate. I know this from personal experience. Excuse me. A very hard one to cultivate. But once you can start getting there, you start noticing the differences. That will also help bring your joy in. So ask your guides what you need to do. Ask them what you need to be, who you need to be with. You know, who do you vibe with? Who is your tribe? And you'll probably find that it's not the same tribe that you had a couple of weeks ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. People come, people go. And don't forget, as they do, they will be in your aura. So you need to do an aura check, keep it clean, you know. Not as if somebody comes along and writes clean me on it. It's something you need to do for yourself. Or again, a trained professional. So over to the Diana Cooper cards, the Atlantis cards. So let's see what these are going to tell us. I have a feeling this is going to kind of be a prevailing one for the week, as it were. So let's have a quick look through. Let's go for you. Okay, so we have balance as the card. Needing to bring balance to our lives. So there's a lot written on these. I will read it out to you. In the golden days of Atlantis, people never gave without receiving, or received without giving. This meant that no karma accrued, and the balance sheets of life were kept clear. Everything was fair, so the citizens enjoyed a sense of justice and well-being. In the halcyon days, the healer priests were able to keep the inhabitants in optimum health and vitality by simply aligning people's chakras. Keep your life in balance. Your guidance is to find equilibrium in every area of your life. Make sure you give and receive equally to keep your work and play in balance. To keep your chakras in balance, breathe deeply into any part of your body that feels tense or low in energy. Balance every area of your life. So that does kind of reinforce what I was saying with the distance between the chakras here. So can you find that balance that is going to bring the joy back into your life? By clearing the past. I think that is the overall view this week. And pretty much all I'm being given. So thank you guys for watching. Your support means an absolute, well, words don't describe it. I value it a lot. And I will see you next week for Halloween week. And we'll see what things are being said then. All right, bye for now, guys.